Hi Aquarius, welcome or welcome back to my channel. It's Emma here from SoulSync Expression, and today we're going to be doing a love reading for February. So we have In Between Worlds, so we have Full Moon in Pisces, Balance, Spirituality and Practicality. Okay, so we have Skunk Spirit, Know Your Worth. So I'm going to explain each oracle card and then we will go into the tarot after that. So with In Between Worlds, basically this is a card that explains that it's a time to explore new energy between you and your person. It could also mean that there's uncertain times in the relationship at the moment. You see how one of his feet is in the past, one is in the future, and they're just in between this phase. It's just a phase of uncertain times. So it also speaks about that you need to figure out what you want and what your values are, and don't dismiss or hurry this phase because it could be a very critical time. And it also could, for some people, mean that you're moving from one relationship to another, or from one relationship to being single, or from being single to in a relationship. Just you're in that phase in between at the moment. So with the full moon in Pisces then, basically again, balance, spirituality and practicality, and what it talks about is just to pay attention and make effort towards your goals. You also need to balance your responsibilities and your dreams. Like maybe you're focusing too much on the dreaming side, with Pisces being a very dreamy type of zodiac sign. It does also speak about meditating every day and the answers will come to you. And you could also be in a phase that you're being romantic but in a kind of unrealistic state of mind. Just follow in your intuition, and also this card does sometimes mean that the person you're thinking of could be your soulmate, but we'll see what the reading actually says to see how that brings it into force. Then the skunk spirit here. So the skunk spirit says know your worth. So it talks about being proud of who you are and what you've accomplished, and be who you are, because your best self is the true you, basically. So it really talks about just going within and just love yourself, Aquarius. Like you need to just love the person that you are and be who you are fully, because your true self is going to be than anyone you pretend to be. Sorry, be better than anyone you pretend to be. So I'm just going to get just a general feel of what your energies are, your energy and your person's energy in February. Now this doesn't have to do with your love life, it's just the energy in general of each of you. Okay, so we've got the, how do I want to do this? I actually want to move things around here. Okay, so we've got the Five of Swords for your person's energy. Let's get your energy. And then we have the Eight of Cups for your energy. So with your person's energy in February, they could be in a self-sabotaging mindset, and they could maybe be very argumentative or wanting power, which might leave them feeling defeated. They're in a very kind of standoffish energy for February, basically. And then with yours being the Eight of Cups, so you could feel the need to walk away and maybe leave something behind, or leave even your person behind, leave a situation behind. There's also just too much stagnation at the moment, and you're in pain, but you know something is missing, so you're putting one foot in front of the other and just going towards better things in February. Like I said, that's not your energy for your love life, it's just your energies in general for the month of February. So the first thing I want to find out is what is going to be the situation in your love life in February, please. Okay, so we have the Magician reversed. And then I just want to clarify that with another deck, so please clarify the Magician reversed. So we have the World. How am I going to do this? We'll just put it like that. So with the Magician reversed, that talks about, so if you're single, there might be some sort of manipulation or deception, or it could be just as simple as there's a power imbalance. Maybe you're giving away too much of your power, or that you're kind of being the dominating one. But that's basically what the Magician reverse would be if you're single. If it's your current relationship and you're in a relationship at the moment, there could be lots of miscommunication or maybe unfulfilled promises. It could also be a misuse of influence. But it could also lead to misunderstanding or resentment. And then if it's an ex, then what I'd say is that it could be that you have some sort of unresolved issues, or maybe there's manipulative behavior, or again power imbalances between the two of you. Just regain your personal power and move forward with strength and self-assurance. But overall, there is a need for open and honest communication and restoring balance in general, so that you can have the upright Magician. And then with the World, clarifying that at the bottom of the deck. So you need to follow through on your values to end the cycle. And you could also need some sort of closure, whether it's fixing the situation or moving on. Either way, success will follow and you'll have a happy ending either way. So the next thing I want to see, how are they viewing you in February? So we have the 9 of Cups. And let's clarify that. Clarify the 9 of Cups. Oh, so 2 fell out there, 1 fell onto my lap. So we have the Empress clarifying that, and then we also have the Sun clarifying that. So I'll talk about the 9 of Cups first. So with the 9 of Cups, if you're single, basically the way that they're viewing you is they see you as someone that they want a new beginning with, and you tick a lot of their boxes and they are very drawn to you. If it's your current partner, they see you as their life partner and you mean the world to them. And if it's an ex, they could also want a new beginning with you, and that you're kind of their wish fulfillment. With the Empress then clarifying that, so the Empress is that they see you as their divine counterpart and could see you as the mother to their children. Maybe someday, maybe you have children with this person. And mother is just the feminine side of the Empress, so take that how that resonates. They do also have unconditional love for you with the Empress. And then with the Sun at the bottom of the deck there as well. So the Sun means that you bring them joy and positivity, and they have lots of strong, loving feelings towards you. So next I want to ask their feelings. I just barely had to ask that. So the Queen of Pentacles came out. And let's clarify the Queen of Pentacles, please. And we have the Knight of Swords clarifying that. So with the Queen of Pentacles, if you're single, they feel very attentive and supportive to your needs. They also want to give you the best of everything, and they care about your well-being, because the Queen of Pentacles is kind of like the emotions. The Queen's always like the emotions or how they feel. And then if it's your current partner, again, it's about they feel very supportive of you or supported by you, and they love and appreciate you very much. If it's an ex, then they feel that you were great to them and realize that they still love you. They want you to be happy with or without them. So reconciliation could be possible, but they do want you to be happy either way. And with the Knight of Swords, then they feel very driven to make the relationship work, and they could be quite restless or impatient as well to try and get everything back in order or back on track if there's anything that's happened in the past. The impatience can get the better of them, and they need to learn to consider your needs and your timing as well, because it is very rushed. So next I want to see, how do you view them? So we have the Fool card, and let's clarify that. We have the Queen of Cups clarifying that. So with the Fool card, the way you are seeing them in February, so if you're single, you're kind of fascinated with them and probably you're head over heels. The infatuation has no solid foundation though, so just remember that if you're not sure, or you're not sure if you're ready or something like that for commitment, then just think about what you want. If it's an existing person, so you could see them from a different perspective, You might have some sort of renewed interest or kind of just re-entered the honeymoon phase. And if it's your ex, then you want to reconnect with them and you see them in a different light and they make you happy. And then with the Queen of Cups, it's just that you have a lot of love and compassion towards them as well. So let's see, what are your feelings towards your person, please, in Feb? So we have the Page of Pentacles. And let's clarify that. So we have the Ace of Wands clarifying that. So with the Page of Pentacles, so if you're single, you're excited about the new relationship and you're ambitious and focused, you see the potential and you want to put in that effort. You see how he's admiring that pentacle. So that's your feelings towards this person in February. If it's your current partner, then you're kind of newly excited and dedicated towards the relationship and you're willing to put in the hard work and hoping that they will do the same as well. If it's an ex, then so you're definitely still attracted to them and you want to make things work. You were hurt by the breakup, but you still feel loyal to them. And then with the Ace of Wands, so you feel a lot of passion towards them and you're driven to make the relationship work. So let's see, what is the blockage with you and your person? So the blockage then in Feb is the Six of Cups, and then let's just clarify that. Let's clarify the Six of Cups. So we have the Moon clarifying that. So with the Six of Cups, the blockage could be, so if you're single, either you or them are too focused on old feelings of maybe an ex, which is stopping the development of the new relationship, and you just need to resolve any lingering emotions basically. If it's your current partner, so you could be focusing on past memories or unresolved issues, and you both just need to be willing to move past or work through the issues that you have. If it's an ex, then you're longing for the past, which is blocking you from moving on, and you need to work towards finding closure and healing. Like they always say, if you love something, let it go, and if it comes back, it's for you. So just try to release that. Keep that in mind. And with the Moon, so the Moon could be about fears, so it could be or maybe difficulty separating from reality, or situations or illusions. It could also mean that you're confused, like mentally confused, and it sometimes can mean that there's some sort of linear thinking. So maybe open up the mind a bit more and don't be so focused and set on this is what you're going, this is going to be your path and you're going to do that. You just need to go with the flow and see what happens, which can be really hard, especially if you're in some sort of conflict with maybe your person or it's an ex or something like that. But you do need to just let go of those fears, go with the flow. What is meant for you will not pass you. So let's see, Aquarius, what are their next actions and intentions? So we have the Five of Cups. And then I just want to clarify that. So we have the Queen of Pentacles clarifying that. So Aquarius, so if you're single with the Five of Cups, so they kind of intend to just dwell on the past. You see how he's like looking at the 3 cups that are spilled and not looking at the 2 that are still standing. So they're kind of just dwelling on their past at the moment, and that's their next action. If it's your current relationship, again, their intentions are kind of manipulated by some sort of intense emotions, or some sort of sadness. So they want to grieve and heal their mistakes before they return to love. If it's an ex, then so they're probably intending on reminiscing on the failure of the relationship, so they're just very focused on the negative of how things fell apart, and they're wanting to contemplate and heal from the past is what their next action is. But with the Queen of Pentacles clarifying that tells me that they do want to continue to work on the relationship and to nurture you. And if it's an ex, they want you to be happy again with or without them, but their first intention is that they want to first feel their grief, feel their sadness, get past that, and once they do, then they want to try and make things work. I'm running out of space here. I've got nowhere to put more cards. And we still got some questions, so we have to make space. Okay, so the last thing I want to ask then is any advice for you for the relationship. So we've got the King of Pentacles. Clarify the King of Pentacles, please. So we've got the Ace of Cups then. Okay, so with the King of Pentacles, the advice would be that you're ready to meet the person that you've been looking for if you're single. But it just also talks about just work on bettering yourself and just be grounded and stable and focus on your career or your health or the day-to-day tasks, that type of thing. Just better yourself, work on yourself at the moment. And then with the Ace of Cups as well, it just talks about like opening your heart and lead with your feelings rather than your logic. You see how it's coming from her heart there. It also talks about pouring love into yourself and into your person as well, but focus on some self-love there. And you could want to just renew your feelings with your person. Spend some time together and just see, can you guys get some quality connection time. So last thing I want to ask before we get into your romance angels is just any advice for you, Aquarius, for February, just in general. So we have transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. So what this card talks about is you've changed a lot and you are still changing. It's also very synchronistic with the in-between worlds here, this card. So you're kind of half risen and half falling, but just keep doing the work. You need to kind of release the old ways and choose a new way of being where trauma is not the driving force. Just focus on healing old childhood patterns and find new ways to self-soothe, and maybe even just change your diet or your exercise routine, or get some sort of energetic healing support or emotional support. But it is about you actually changing and really going within, like the King of Cups and the Ace of Cups, sorry, the King of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups is going within and doing that self-healing and working on bettering yourself as a person. So let's get some romance angels for you then. So we have playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So like I said, you might need to reconnect with your person, so be playful with them and bring the joy back into it. Lightheartedness. What else do we have for Aquarius for Feb, please? Okay, so we have, this could be the one you've already met the romantic partner you seek. Let's maybe get two more. So we have true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. And we have separation, time apart from your partners on the horizon. So these two are pretty self-explanatory, and I've explained this one with separation. So some of you might be separating from the partner, like I said in the beginning, leaving one situation behind and moving on to something new, but you're kind of like in between. But separation can also just talk about just taking time apart so that you can focus on yourself, and once you have focused on yourself, to come back and be together again, especially with their next actions and their intentions being the Five of Cups. Like, they just want the time to just grieve and just they're just being very negative, so they need that time to just get out of that phase, and there's nothing that you can do to push that faster, and if you push it, it's just going to take longer. So some time apart could be on the horizon, that you guys just need some space at the moment. So last thing then, I just want to ask messages for your person. This is generally for people in separation, but let's just see what comes out. My life is not as together as it seems. I wish I could take back my words. Maybe there was some sort of argument or fight, conflict. And then we have, I'm becoming a better person, which maybe that's what they need, the time to themselves, and I'm so attracted to you. Okay, Aquarius, so if you liked this reading and it resonated, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and I am going to be doing your career reading soon, and I'm also going to start doing general weekly readings for you all starting from, I'll start posting those next week for the following week then. So thanks for watching, and have a good day or night wherever you are. Take care.